All right, gang, we're back with round two with the Kings of Cairanne. Quick little flash, just a little snippet from our discussion earlier. The Alary family, multi-generational family in the village of Cairanne in the southern Rhone Valley. Cairanne is, a lot of you might know it as what was a Côte-du-Rhône village in the past. But as with Rasteau, Vinsaube, Vaqueiras, and even Gigondas a ways back, all these Côte-du-Rhône appellations won status as a real appellation contrôlée, just like Châteauneuf-du-Pape, for example. So Cairanne is one of the most recent to win its status, and accordingly, now we are just Cairanne. So think of this as Gigondas, Châteauneuf-du-Pape, Rasteau, Cairanne, okay? It's the same type of deal. Now, the top player in Cairanne, to me, is the Alary family, multi-generational family that owns fabulous vineyards in multiple terroirs in Cairanne, right? Which allows them to make multiple cuvées that are all kind of expressive in their own way. Last time around, we went over their Vieille Vigne cuvée, which had a little Syrah in it, Grenache, Mourvèdre, Carignan, Syrah, kind of like not the kitchen sink, but a special blend made for Peter Weigand that focused on the older vines in the property, but on a more like base entry-level wine. $22 wine was amazing. We also looked at their Font d'Estevenas, which was their Syrah and Grenache cuvée from old Syrah vines planted in the early 60s, 61 to be precise. That was also killer. That wine showed great that day. Go back and look on the video for a little more history on the Alaries and those wines itself. But today's video, we're going to focus on two more wines. There's a quartet from Alary that we bought because we couldn't say no to any of them. They were all amazing and distinctive and wonderful. I'm going to start talking about La Brunote. So this is a Cairanne made out of Grenache, Mourvèdre, and Carignan. And the Grenache is grown on the hillsides, on what they call the terraces. And then the Mourvèdre and Carignan are grown in the more clayey flats. Again, all old vines, average 55 plus on average. And this wine really delivers the goods. It's kind of like an upscale version of the Vieille Vigne cuvée. Syrah, a little less meat and a little more intensity of the spice from the Carignan here. This is a go-to wine for me. I take this home, well, I mean, semi-regular. I mean, you can't take every bottle home every night. I'd be dead. Yeah, I'd be dead. So I take this one home once in a while. It's absolutely stunning. 92 to 94 points from Wine Advocate out of barrel just prior to bottling, and probably would have been more on that 94 side of things based on how that wine's tasting. But the wine we are tasting is the Jaune de Verde. The Jaune de Verde. This is their top cuvée, their most expensive cuvée. This is all old vine Grenache and Carignan. So the key is they have some really, really beautiful Carignan. And the key thing with Carignan is, especially with older vine Carignan, these flavors, the wine kind of goes from a bit lean, bright, nervy to something richer, rounder, spicier, cinnamon stick, more base notes, more intensity of flavor. And it plays perfectly with old vine Grenache, which can sometimes maybe have a little less complexity, but all that wonderful cran raspberry, kirsch, cherries, macerated cherries and framboise and all these wonderful things happening. And the two play exceedingly well together when done right. And this is done right. Carignan, it's a wonderful little secret weapon. It's like Petit Verdot or Petit Syrah or some of these grape varieties that little bit of this wonderful old vine stuff in the blend can make something really delicious and juicy. Go from, my God, it's delicious and juicy. It can take it to profound. It completes it. Whoa. This wine's throwing Châteauneuf vibes. 100%. Blind, this is Châteauneuf. This is almost like one of the upscale cuvées from Genasse, or like new cool kid Châteauneuf, like one of the ballsier wines from Isabelle Ferrando. Or, man, this is, I knew the wine was going to be serious. It's serious friggin' wine. But it took me aback today, the seriosity. The seriousness. Serious world. Good Lord. This is so much wine. Unexpected. Wow. Decant this. Air it. Incredible. I can see why this was 95 to 97 points from barrel from Wine Advocate. The highest score from barrel ever given for a Cairanne wine. I can see that. This is next level. This is joyful and delicious and amazing at 27 bucks. This is next level at $35. Hope I didn't shoot myself in the foot with this one. You know, because, I mean, that's a huge score, 92 to 94, and the wine's 27 bucks. Right? So if you're playing scores and putting it into your little machine, your calculator, and saying, oh, I will buy this one. Both of these should be heavily considered. Not to mention the Fonte Stevenos, which I think was 93 to 96 or 94 to 96, something stupid like that from the last offer. We're going to put them all on the offer on this one when we do the whole recap thing. All 4 wines will be on the button below for you to click and buy from. So you'll get the whole assortiment in your offer today. Boy, this is just riveting stuff. You know, there's a reason Cairanne was given appellation status. And it's wines like this one that made it happen. Because this is next level, 35 bucks. I've tasted a lot of Châteauneuf that's 100 bucks that kind of runs at this level. Absolutely gorgeous. Limited in quantity, get them while you can, maybe 10 cases each, that kind of deal. You know, they make a lot of different wines, but they don't make a lot of each one. So get in there, click, shoot. If you're a fan of Southern Rhone wines, I am. I'm the biggest fan in the world. These are absolute must-haves from the Alary family. Click below, buy hard.